How's it going, everybody? So, John 18, 17 through 25, Revelation 21, continuing there. Then saith the damsel that took the door unto Peter, art not thou? And we went into the New Living with this yesterday, and I think we're pretty good with that. You're not really getting into doctrine as much as hearing a story. And I think we can get away with the watered down New Living Translation just to understand the story better. The woman asked Peter, "You're not one of that man's disciples, are you?" "No," he said, "I am not." So he's denying Jesus once. Because it was cold, the household servants and the guards had made a charcoal fire. They put the word charcoal, very descriptive. They stood around it, warming themselves, and Peter stood with them, warming himself. The high priest questions Jesus. Oh, that's the headline. Inside, the high priest began asking Jesus about his followers and what he had been teaching them. Jesus replied, "Everyone knows what I teach. I have preached regularly in the synagogue and the temple where the people gather. I have not spoken in secret. Why are you asking me this question? Ask those who heard me. They know what I said." Of course, the scribes and the Pharisees are all lying to set him up. Then one of the temple guards standing nearby slapped Jesus across the face. "Is that the way to answer the high priest?" he demanded. Jesus replied, "If I said anything wrong, you must prove it. But if I'm speaking the truth, why are you hitting me?" Then Annas bound Jesus and sent him to Cephas, the high priest. Meanwhile, as Simon Peter was standing by the fire warming himself, they asked him again, "Are you not one of the disciples? You're not one of his disciples, are you?" He denied it a second time, saying, "No, I am not." All right. Now for Revelation. And the city lieth foursquare, and the length is large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed, 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. And he measured the wall thereof, and 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of an angel. And the building of the wall, and let us make man in our image. There you go. It's not God talking to God in three different persons. God doesn't need to talk to God. God wouldn't be talking to God. He was speaking to his angels. And of course, Satan didn't like it. And that was part of the rebellion, the making of man. And the building of the wall of it was jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third, I forget how to pronounce that. Let's find out how to pronounce that. We've done this before. But you know, from one time to the next, I can't remember.
Chalcedony.
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 Okay. Chalcedony, the fourth as emerald, the fifth as sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, the 10th chrysoprase. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, though. So not that am positive I pronounced any of them correctly, but in my mind I did.
Chrysoprases. Chrysoprases.
Chrysoprases. The 11th, jacinth, the 12th, and I called it amethyst. I can't remember how that one is either.
Amethyst.
Amethyst. Very simple, huh? And the 12th gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was one with a pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold. as transparent as glass. I saw no temple therein, for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are the temple in it. And the city had no need of sun, neither of moon, to shine in it, for the glory of God did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.